If you are clinically or self-diagnosed with ADHD and you are desperate for a way to finally end self-doubt and master your ADHD mind without any reliance on medication whatsoever, then this video is going to be for you. This might be the one video that changes the course of your life, because in this video, I'm going to break down step by step the exact journey that I took and that you need to take to get to the exact position that I'm currently in. I went from being medicated, I went from suffering my whole life up until my late 20s to now thriving, living my best life, being in full control of my emotions, being able to build businesses, being able to best show up for my family, for my son, being the healthiest that I've ever been, losing 2 stone, all without medication, just by following this simple 6-step process. And I'm going to show that to you today. I'm going to break it down step by step and show you exactly what it takes so you can go from point A to point B to be able to master your mind, end self-doubt, stop procrastinating, follow through, and just be the best version of yourself, where you finally transform ADHD from a curse, from a burden, into your biggest gift, into your competitive edge, into your biggest superpower. If we're meeting here for the first time, hi, my name is George, and I'm a certified executive practitioner of the IPHM, and it is a worldwide recognized body for holistic medicine. So, ever since I was once diagnosed with ADHD and I was once medicated and I once experienced all of the terrible side effects with the ADHD medication, I'm just talking from my personal experience. So just don't take what I'm saying as doctor's advice or anything like that. This is simply just my personal experience. The medication never melded well with me. I never liked it at all, and in fact, it made me feel very numb around my wife and my son. Coming off the medication, I needed an answer. That's when I went on a healing journey of self-discovery. I knew one thing: if you can master your mind, you can master your life. So at that point, I read over 100 books. I did so many things to try and change my life around. But what I found is that every single part of my journey, I realized that not one size fits all. I realized that every human being needs their own personal touch. There were so many things that I realized that I needed. So what I did was I created my own program based on everything that I did that I know changed my life around. Because I know after spending thousands and thousands and thousands on books, courses, events, this and that, I know exactly what I needed to get from point A to point B. I went on a life's mission. And one of the things that scared me the most was that there have been studies that have shown that uncontrolled and unmanaged ADHD can sometimes take away around 13 years of your lifespan. Now for me, that petrified me, especially being a parent and having a son. I wanted to be as old as I could for my family. And the thought of losing 13 years was the most scariest news I could ever be told. It became my calling, my purpose to help as many people that are either clinically or self-diagnosed with ADHD to thrive, to live their best life, to be able to best show up in their family life, in their work life, in their personal life, in their relationship, without any reliance on any medication, solely focusing on a holistic approach. But it's easier said than done, which is why I'm going to break down a step-by-step system, a 6-step process that I personally did in my own life, and I've helped countless other people, doctors, surgeons, architects, dentists, business owners, entrepreneurs, mums, dads, to feel the exact same feeling that I feel today. Feel fully in control, where they are in their best position to best show up for everyone around them. They are in the best position to scale their business with no limited beliefs, with no low self-worth, no self-doubt, no sabotaging beliefs holding them back. They are able to be in full control over their emotions. So when conflict does happen, or they need to communicate in a very heated situation, that they are in full control. When something doesn't go right, they don't lose their heads. They don't need to chase dopamine highs anymore. They're not constantly binge eating, gaining weight, being unhealthy, chasing the next high, always feeling unfulfilled, almost like a hamster on a hamster wheel. These people now live their best lives, like I live my best life, just from following this 6-step process of what I'm about to show you. So without wasting any more time, let's go straight into it. So, as you can see, this is your personalized roadmap. And I need to be very clear here. Everyone's journey is different. This is why we need to do so many things. And this is why this program that I'm about to break down for you is very comprehensive, but very necessary, because everything is important. You can't just do one of these things and get results. And I know that from a first-hand experience. So when you go to a coach and they say, hey, I could do you one-to-one coaching once a week and I'm going to charge you 80 to 100 pounds a week. Again, I'm only talking from my personal experience, but do not do it, because we both know that you can have the best session today, but tomorrow something can go to pot and all of a sudden you're back to square one, and then you have to be left high and dry until your next session, which isn't great. So the way to get from point A to point B, which took me about a year to do, I've managed to condense it into everything that you need and nothing of what you don't need. So it's been condensed into 3 months. Now, most people that are currently inside my ADHD coaching program see results within 2 to 4 weeks. But the reason why it's a 3-month program is because I understand that sometimes people just need a little bit more time. I understand that people have children, People have personal commitments, life commitments, work commitments. So people need to have that breathing space. So although results come in 2 to 4 weeks, in order to ensure that you keep the results for the rest of your life, I allow for 3 months. Within the program, you get full access to so much support. The first part of the support is this: fortnightly one-to-one personalized coaching sessions. And that coaching session is going to be designed to track your progress, to see where you are, and to make sure that we fine-tune everything in your life. Make sure that every struggle that you got, we deal with it. Every problem that you have, we deal with it. Every question that you got, we answer it. We make sure that you realize that you're so supported every step of the way. But here's the problem, like I mentioned earlier. If you're in a situation where you've got a one-to-one session with me right now, and then tomorrow or a Sunday afternoon or a Monday evening, something happens that really stresses you out, what do you do? Who do you speak to? How do you deal with that? You see, with ADHD, we have emotional dysregulation. So our emotions can be either right up the top or we could be rock bottom very, very quick. And we need someone to pick us up and to support us, not when we're in a good place, but when we are in a bad place, when a problem has arisen. This is why inside the program, you get unlimited personal one-to-one support from me directly via voice notes and WhatsApp check-ins. You will literally have me on my personal number. I will be there to support you every step of the way. So if you have a session with me right now and tomorrow something happens, we can talk for as long as you need. I've got you. I'm here for you every step of the way because I know that that's what people need with ADHD. Ongoing support. We need someone who's literally going to be able to hold our hands, not just in the good days, but most importantly, in the bad times. That is so critical. The next thing that you need to understand, if you want to go from point A to point B, if you want to go from being lost and ADHD being your curse and your biggest struggle to thriving and ADHD being your biggest superpower, you need an accountability partner. So what does that mean for you? You might find very deeply when you listen to what I'm saying now, that you might not have been able to break away from all the struggles that you currently have in your life today. And the reason why you've been struggling for all of these years is because when the problems arise, you've never had anyone to hold you accountable. You never had anyone outside of your friendships, your parents, your siblings, your relationships to hold you accountable. This is why it's so important that you have a professional accountability partner. It's got to be someone who's not within your close, loving circle, but someone who cares about you on a professional level. It's very important. Now, the next thing inside the 3-month ADHD comprehensive coaching program is you also need full access to a private ADHD community of like-minded individuals. That is so crucial here. You see, what you might find when you have ADHD, you tend to suppress your emotions because you just don't know who to speak to. Who do you go to? Because if no one understands you, you talking about your problems, like I said earlier, it's just like me talking to a pregnant woman about what it feels like to be pregnant. It just doesn't work. So you need someone who you can talk to that understands you. And that's why you get plugged into a full community. It's a private community that's only available within this program. The community is packed with like-minded people. People that understand you, people that have ADHD, whether they're clinically or self-identified, people that know your struggles, so you can then feel heard, you can feel listened to. You can feel visible to the universe. You can feel loved and cared for. Not just by me, but by a thriving community of entrepreneurs, business owners, intelligent, high-achieving professionals. People that are doing so well in their life, just like yourself, but just have this niggle in the back of their mind about trying to understand the ADHD brain. And they're now in this program and now they're thriving. They are showing up so much better in their work life, in their personal life, in their business, in their relationship. They are showing up best in every aspect of their life. And this is the key here. Also, another thing that you would find with ADHD is this. You might find that you are your biggest critic. It's so hard for you to celebrate yourself. If you do something good in life, it's so hard for you to recognize and acknowledge that. And one of the biggest things to understand here is this. If you want to get yourself to a place where you are thriving in life, you are doing better in your work life, your personal life, and your relationships. You are the happiest you've ever been. You are fully connected with your inner self. You know who you are inside and out, and you are so content and peaceful and happy in your life. You have finally seen ADHD as your biggest gift, your blessing in life. That is a huge win. But in order to be able to celebrate that huge win, you firstly need to learn how to celebrate all the small wins, because it's the small wins that deliver the biggest win itself. It's the small wins that create the biggest transformations. It's the small wins that create the biggest results. So in order for you to be able to actually have a big breakthrough in your life, we need to create the breakthrough in very small steps. So in the ADHD coaching program here, there's also full access to the ADHD Mindset Mastery Program. This is a self-paced online course that you could do in your own time, you could do at your own pace, and every single video is very much bite-sized. Because I know with ADHD, We have no patience. You do not have the time to sit there for 30, 40 minutes watching one video. So every video is less than 5 minutes. Every video is straight to the point. Here's the problem. Here's the solution. Here's the exercise. Go ahead and do it. Very much straight to the point. And this is something that you can do in your own time, in your own pace. So not only do you get 3 months into the program, not only do you get one-to-one support every other week via video calls just like this, and unlimited personal support in between the sessions with voice notes and WhatsApp check-ins. You also get the personal accountability partner. You also get full access to the private community, which includes accountability channels, supporting each other channels, and multiple other types of channels too. You're going to get full access to a wins channel specifically so we can celebrate with you. And you're also going to get access to the ADHD Mindset Mastery Program, which is a self-paced online course with close to 100 high-impact modules that cover every single day real-life ADHD struggles. But on top of that, in this ADHD coaching program, you're also going to get full access to the 7-day reset mindset and manifestation online course. That is a manifestation course. So if you believe in spirituality and you believe that you can manifest things into your existence, then this course is for you. This is a course that you're going to then do alongside the Mindset Mastery Program. And I'm going to break things down in a very simple, structured fashion. So you never ever need to know what you're doing next. I will tell you that. There's also full access to the Gratitude Navigator book, which I will send straight out to you. You get that immediately after joining the ADHD coaching program. On top of that, you also get access to a 20-minute personalized morning routine, which I will then do with you. You see, there are 4 or 5 very, very important things to do in the first 20 minutes of waking up. And if you don't do all of those things, you will not have the most productive day that you can have. And it's very important that we understand that. So there are 6 steps to the program, and this is what we break down. So when you join the program, this is what happens. The first part of the program is the enrollment and preparation phase. Very simply put, we jump on an onboarding call. I'm going to give you full enrollment into the program, into the community, plug you into everything, and give you a full detailed walkthrough. So you know where everything is, you know how to communicate with everyone, you know what you're doing, and you know your next step. In that situation, we then uncover what's been holding you back. And then once we know what's holding you back, we can then cut the chains. You see, as a coach, I only want to look forward, but I do appreciate that sometimes there are things in your past that we need to uncover and unravel and untangle for you then to be able to move forward in your life. And that's exactly what we do from the very beginning. Then we get crystal clear on what you really want in your life and why is it important to you. Once we have these fundamentals in place, we can then as a team create a personalized plan that works with your ADHD brain and not against it. And this is again something that I will do with you. You are not doing any of this alone. I am with you every step of the way. So always remember that with an ADHD coaching program, to get you from where you are today to where you want to be, it takes unlimited Monday to Sunday support. The second phase of the program is the ADHD Insight Audit phase. This is the awareness and acceptance phase. See, in this phase, it's very important that we understand that we cannot fix problems that we do not know that we have. We cannot fix problems that we are not aware of or accept. This is crucial for you to understand from now. So in this phase, we need to be able to become aware and accept that we do have a problem that we need fixing. In this situation as well, we conduct an ASRS assessment. This ASRS assessment is then going to allow us to identify the root of the problem, the root of your specific problem. Because like I said, not one size fits all. So it's very important that we understand that. And then what we also do is we get clear on your turning point. So in this phase, we're going to get clear on the moment that you said enough is enough. The moment, that breakthrough in your life that you said, hey, I need to do something today. Something's got to give. And then when we do these things, we now have a baseline to track your progress. So in the first phase, we need to know where you want to head. So now we have a destination. In this phase, we get crystal clear on where you're starting. Because like a sat navigation system, you cannot go somewhere using a navigation system on your car or wherever you're going if you do not have a starting location. So in this phase, we establish a starting location. So now we get to the focus flow formula. This is the phase now where we really knuckle down and get focused. Because in the first 2 phases, we did 4 things. We worked out where you want to be, where you're beginning, we became aware of the problem, and we've accepted the problem. Those things have now been done. Now we're getting to work. In this phase, we look at overcoming the mental overwhelm in your mind and that mental chaos that's been holding you back. That mental chaos that you just cannot shut off. I would teach you how to do that. In this phase, we also stay focused, committed and consistent through proven techniques that allow you to stay focused, committed and consistent without burning out. There's so much structure to this program. There's so many things that we do. Everything that I teach is very much personalized to your needs. Like I said, not one size fits all. Everyone has a different approach. Everyone has a different way of moving forward to overcome these struggles. And I will work it around you and your lifestyle and your specific ADHD mind. We also learn how to find your motivation and purpose, take action, not procrastination, build your confidence and unique voice, and also manage your money, time, and energy. So this is a very, very comprehensive phase. This is where we really get your mind into a place where it starts to feel limitless. It starts to see progress. The momentum starts to build. Great things start happening in this phase. And then we go even deeper. The next phase is the limitless mindset framework phase. This is where we become limitless. This is where I'm going to discover your unique strength and I'm going to teach you how to use it to your advantage. I'm going to teach you how to use your unique strength to show up best in your business, your personal life, in your relationship, in your family life. This is also where we reclaim your self-worth and finally get yourself to a place where you feel worthy. Your self-esteem is through the roof and you finally stop thinking negatively. This is where we finally get you to a place where you can reframe your negative thoughts to positive ones. And in this phase as well, I'm going to teach you how to overcome through a proven system the fear of failure, rejection, and judgment, and just not being good enough. That fear of just waking up every day, and even when good things happen to you, you just feel a bit weird. You don't feel happy. There's a reservation in your heart that just doesn't feel good. This is where I teach you how to build that back up, how to not feel these things. This is where we really start to unplug yourself from the world around you and make you feel more connected with your inner self. This is where we start cutting the chains from your past. This is where everything that has ever happened to you in your life that has made you not feel good enough, made you feel rejected, or made you feel like a failure. This is where we nip that in the bud. And once we get to this stage, your life is truly going to change. You will truly feel different. This is now where we start to build lifelong habits. So this is now the fifth step. In this step, this is the emotional equilibrium toolkit. This is where we now create a personalized emotional equilibrium toolkit. And these are just a handful of things. There are close to 100 modules that you're going to cover in the online portal. This is where we create a personalized emotional toolkit to be able to handle stress, racing thoughts, anxiety, depression, procrastination, self-sabotage, the feeling of imposter syndrome, just not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy of success, love, or happiness, conflict resolution. Because with ADHD, it's so hard to have good communication without leading to conflict or not feeling like you're having a meltdown or shutting down. I teach you how to communicate like a pro, how to handle self-worth and self-esteem like a king and a queen. I teach you how to handle it so you don't feel these emotions anymore. I teach you how to feel fulfilled. So if I say to you in a month's time, hey, do you remember when you felt stressed? Do you remember when you had anxiety, depression? Do you remember when you always felt unfulfilled or you felt like you had low self-esteem? What do you do now? Say, hey, well, I do X, Y, Z and it disappears within seconds. This is the place that I'm going to get you to be in. You're going to be able to become the master of your mind. And if any time life gets in the way, which it will, by the way, one thing I can guarantee is that life will throw challenges your way that can bring back these emotions. But one thing I can also confirm with you is that if you learn how to handle these emotions as and when they come into your life, they will never ever consume you. They'll come into your life for seconds and then they're gone. And let me go on to the sixth and final phase. So this is phase number 6, and this is what we do. This is the reflection phase. The reflection phase is where we jump on a graduation call. In this phase, we review your journey. We look at how far you've come. We celebrate you. We appreciate you. We acknowledge you, your achievements, all the struggles that you once had that you no longer have. How now all of a sudden you're thriving in your business, you're thriving in your relationships, you're thriving in your personal life, you're showing up best for your family and your friends and your children. We look at your toolkit and I make sure that your toolkit is fully integrated into your day-to-day life. Then we build a personalized 12-month ADHD success plan. Because when your mind is limitless, now you are going to have so many plans. You're going to have plans in business, you're going to have plans in your life, you're going to have plans in your relationship. Maybe you want to propose, maybe you want to have a child one day, maybe you want to scale your business to the next level. Wherever that looks like, we're going to keep the momentum going and make sure you have a plan to be able to handle each new step in your life. So your mindset is always prepared for the growth. So these are the 6 phases of the program. Now, this is not for the lighthearted. For someone to be part of this program, I need a commitment of at least 1 to 2 hours per week. 1 to 2 hours per week is enough for me to be able to deliver the results that I've just explained, because I'm not a miracle worker. If you do not have 1 to 2 hours a week, then I suggest that you find time to devote 1 to 2 hours a week, because there is nothing more important than your mindset. Your mindset is the pillar that shapes your whole reality. So that's a clear breakdown of exactly what you need to do to go from where you are today to where you want to be in your life. To go from feeling like ADHD is a struggle, a burden, a curse, feeling like medication is the only option, to being able to thrive, master your ADHD mind, live your best life like I do today without any reliance on any medication, herbal supplements, or anything. There are so many things that you can do when your mind becomes limitless. When you realize how powerful the ADHD mind is, and you realize how using it can really change your life, and you realize how much control you can have around your universe, you realize that anything that you actually want to do can be possible for you. When you just unlock your ADHD mind and learn how to use it, that's where your life really starts to become limitless. That's where your life really starts to become abundant. So if what we've just covered today is something that you deep down feel that you need in your life today, alternatively, if you have any questions or you want to learn more on any part of what I've just said, or you want to get further details on anything, then just drop me a DM on my Instagram page or leave me a comment down below. Let me know and we'll find a way to connect. That's no problem whatsoever. We could jump on a call and we could take the next steps. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you found use in it. All the best.